two opportunities to gather in retreat this year. Portugal, the first week of September, and Thailand, the first week of December. Both of these are going to be exploration through yoga, through embodied movement, through mythology, community, land, and eco-somatic. They have their own flavor. I'm working with some beautiful co-facilitators. You can check both of those out in the links below. Hi there, thanks for joining me and Albus. This is Albus. Hi, sweetie. She's my friend's dog, who they loan her to me every now and again for emotional support animal, since I'm missing Teddy in Australia. I'm here to offer a Tonglen meditation. And Tonglen is a Tibetan Buddhist meditation. It's incredibly powerful. It's been incredibly powerful for me. I originally learned it through Pema Chodron, who is like the ultimate sage woman. And it is about giving and taking and giving. Taking and giving. And it's a heart practice. It's a heart expander. Like, how can we widen the capacity of our heart to not block out what hurts? Because really our heart holds it all. It doesn't just hold joy and love, but it holds grief and compassion and that sorrow. And we really want to be able to hold it all, because we can't separate emotions. We can't bypass the things that hurt and only hold on to this. It just doesn't really work like that. We can try. I've tried. But our heart is wide and it's deep, and these seemingly contrary emotions, they inform one another, and they allow us to be wide enough to be with it all. And I think that is really what I'm after, and what many of these traditions are after, is to be with it in life, to be present to it in life, to be in the middleness of life and this human experience. And so this practice is that there's many different forms of it. I'm going to offer a kind of a different variation, but traditionally you would imagine pain, and you would breathe it in and you would allow it to be there. So you can imagine the pain of somebody that you love, or the pain of the world, or the pain of yourself. And we'll be practicing with ourselves today. And then you inhale and you let it permeate. This is not an easy thing. And on an exhale, you imagine love and care, and you let that permeate. And what essentially is, you're going back and forth, and you're going back and forth. And this is kind of like a pendulation, which you'll hear now in nervous system and trauma-informed spaces, is that you're going back and forth, because our nervous system and our heart is fluid, but we try to only stay regulated and calm, or only stay okay and happy. It's not what we want, is the width. Yeah. So this is a practice to help us do that. And I want to offer a visualization that I actually learned from Tara Judell, our Tonglen meditation. So we'll use a visualization in this giving and taking. Yeah. It's a powerful practice, and I really urgently invite you to work with something workable. So we don't go to the gym and pick up the heaviest weight. Here, work with something that feels like there's friction, a little bit of friction, but not something that's you get the jolt in the body. And if you feel that happening, then you can bring yourself back. Yeah. You have the agency to kind of bring yourself back to something that feels workable. So let's just take a moment to land in the body. So maybe a few clearing breaths. You can shake, you can wiggle, you can close the eyes, or let them be soft. Yeah. Maybe we'll just work with the breath for a moment, and let's play with a little mantra, just so hum. And it just means I am that. I am that. So you can inhale, and you can say this out loud, or you can say it internally. Just so inhale. Hum. On an exhale. So hum. And this can just help with getting a rhythm of the inhale and the exhale. And you can continue with yourself. So hum. Just a recognition. Just about 3 more breath cycles. Tracing the inhale and the exhale. So hum. All right. All right, and you can release that tracing, that mantra. And I'd first like you to envision now, and envision this behind you. Imagine this behind you. So I want us to each to think of a support. What is a support for you? This could be an ancestor. It could be an animal. It could be the ocean or the mountains or your grandmother or your partner. Somewhere that you just feel really supported. Yeah, somewhere that, you feel loved or you feel resourced. Something comforting. You can imagine that behind you. So take a moment and really visualize that and make it big. And maybe it's multiple people or animals or a giant expanse of a beautiful vista. And this will eventually become our exhale. This will be the support that we wrap around what hurts. And then now in front of you, I'd like you to visualize something that has been challenging. And this likely in your own life. If something else is really present for you, maybe it's somebody that you love who's going through a hard time, you can also do that as well. For me, there's been like a very kind of scared, anxious part of me recently. And that's what I've been working with. And essentially whatever you're working with is that we're allowing that pain to be there. And we're letting it on an inhale, we're letting ourselves feel it. Yeah, really letting it be present and felt on an inhale. And then on the exhale, we're going to wrap it up in care and in resource. And we move in between these. So I'd also like you to locate the front of your heart. And maybe you can place your hand there or tap at the front of the heart. And this is where we'll receive. We'll receive the pain. Or we'll take the pain, yeah. And then imagine this front of the heart, like you could go all the way through. It could kind of root through the front of the heart all the way through you to the back of the heart. And maybe with the other hand you can touch or tap the back of the heart. And this is where we're resourced, back body. And then the back body will travel through you to the front of the heart. Yeah, and this will be the pathway. So palms can go in the lap, maybe palms up. I like palms up in this gesture of like giving and receiving. Like we have to give and receive with an open palm. And we'll begin. And anytime you can open your eyes. Anytime you can touch the heart. Yeah. All right. So I'd like you to visualize that big resource behind you. The big resource behind you. I actually have a giant raven, which was unexpected for me, but that's what keeps popping up, a giant raven. And just feel that resource and that love and that care and that comfort. And then come to the front of the heart in front of you and recognize what hurts. All right, and then on an inhale, can you pull that through your heart? Inhale slowly, pull that through your heart and let it move through you. Let it be felt all the way to the back of the heart. And then on an exhale, wrap it up in love. And the exhale can travel from the back of the heart through to the front of the heart and wrap it up in love. Inhale, pull what hurts through you to the back of the heart. And the back of the heart offers up support, envelops it in care. Yeah, and you'll find your own way here. An inhale, let it be felt in the whole body. And then exhale, let it receive care. Inhale, let the pain have expression in the body. Let it be felt. And then exhale, wrap it up in care. Let that be just as felt. We'll move through this in silence now. Slow inhales, slow exhales. Notice the sensations in the body. Maybe some are familiar, maybe some are unfamiliar. And can you let yourself unspool enough to allow this here? You're welcome to elongate the exhale, which can be nice, especially if there's some challenge. You can even blow like you're blowing through a straw and really elongate the exhale so that you're elongating and really letting permeate the care and the resource. Maybe a shorter inhale. And a long exhale, a long hold of care. Allowing the hurt to have expression and also allowing it to be nurtured. Sometimes one is easier than the other, and it can be counterintuitive. Sometimes receiving the care is what feels the hardest. And this is a practice. And at any time, you can crack the eyes open or touch the heart. You have agency here. About 5 more slow cycles of breath, and then we'll weave in a little bit of movement, but just stay with this. Stay with this 5 or 6 more cycles of breath, really letting this permeate the hurt and the care and letting them meet each other. On an inhale, go and close the palms like you're pulling it in. close the palms into a fist, and then on an inhale, you can open and unfurl the hands. On an exhale, sorry. Inhale, curl in, like welcome and receive it. And on an exhale, unfurl the hands. And maybe there's a little tiny cat-cow that starts to happen in the back. And if the visualization begins to release, that's fine. Or maybe it stays real visual. I'm just going to move this through the body as well. Exhale, unfurl the hands, unfurl the heart like you're offering it up. And then an inhale, receive, like you have space for this. And then an exhale, you've got love for this. And you can stay like this, or maybe the hands come up and we make this a little bit bigger. Pull in towards center. And then exhale, offer something up. And that can look any way in your body. We're just gathering in and offering up. And you'll move with your own breath. Eyes can stay soft. Any movement welcome here. It's just a pulling towards and an offering. Breath-led movement. And feel free to get different undulations or spirals or figure eights of the spine. So you're just really kind of rinsing this through the body. Whether or not the visualization is still there, just letting it move through the body now. This sense of receiving, of taking and receiving, gathering and offering. A few more rounds of breath. Any movement now, any movement. Spiraling the wrists, the neck. And maybe some audible out breaths. And coming to center. One last little thing here that Tara Judell taught this mantra. Clearing mantra. And it's Om Pat, Om Pat. Om Pat. You kind of say it and then when that comes out, it's a little bit forceful. Om Pat, Om Pat, Om Pat. It's O-M-P-A-T. And then Swaha, Swaha, Swaha. Shake it out like that. Yeah. And we'll just use this as a clearing. Yeah. As a clearing. Not that we're trying to get rid of, but maybe it's a permeation of a letting it be. So let's do it. Let's do 9 rounds. Why not? Okay. Om Pat, Om Pat, Om Pat, Swaha, Swaha, Swaha. Om Pat, Om Pat, Om Pat, Swaha, Swaha, Swaha. Om Pat, Om Pat, Om Pat, Swaha, Swaha, Swaha. Om Pat, Om Pat, Om Pat, Swaha, Swaha, Swaha. Om Pat, Om Pat, Om Pat, Swaha, Swaha, Swaha. Om Pat, Om Pat, Om Pat, Swaha, Swaha, Swaha. 3 more. Om Pat, Om Pat, Om Pat, Swaha, Swaha, Swaha. Om Pat, Om Pat, Om Pat, Swaha, Swaha, Swaha. Om Pat, Om Pat, Om Pat, Swaha, Swaha, Swaha. Feel the breath. Feel the body. Remember, you're in the body. Maybe squeezing thighs. And then a little tap of the heart. Yeah, thank you, heart. Thank you, heart. Getting wide, getting brave. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you for your practice. I would love to hear what came up, what visualization came up. I was really surprised the first time I did this, and a giant crow came up, and every time it would envelop me in its wings, and that has been a very powerful visualization for me. Enveloped in this bird's wings. I'm probably going to have to get a tattoo about it someday. Yeah, let me know how this was for you. And it always shows up a little bit different depending on where you are and what you're working with. Yeah, thanks. I hope it was supportive. And if you'd like to learn a little bit more, look up Pema Chodron, Tonglen, and it's spelled Tonglen. And I can put the resource in you can look in the description as well. She has some beautiful meditations in a different, more traditional style. Yeah, thanks.